So right here we have a very thin display. So hi.
Hey Nicolas, nice to see you again. I'm Arne from faytech. You have visited several times our factory, but today we are at the SEC maker, and what I want to show you is a LAPSCREEN, a screen.
Is
which
this a
makes,
Huawei?
Yeah, a Huawei P20 mobile, for example, to a full 12.5 inch with touch. And imagine you just make your screen as large as it, or you even can go to desktop modus and start working with your screen on a desktop.
And this is a touch screen?
It's a touch screen, it's super lightweight, and you can, you connect it to your mobile or to your laptop and work with it.
This is like a Lenovo Yoga?
That's a Lenovo Yoga, right. And faytech is more than proud and happy to cooperate with Michél Haese, who's the inventor of the screen, the LAPSCREEN, and I think now is the right time to let him say some words about his idea and why he invented something like this, what we're now starting to produce.
This is a 12.5 inch, the lightest 12.5 inch kind of like tablet you can imagine, right?
Yes.
It's like light, good like quality.
Sure, it comes from faytech, so it should have a good quality. The idea is really that it's total lightweight and total light, super transportable. And Michél, probably you say something about your idea, how you came to it.
So hi, so who are you?
Hi, my name is Michél. I came to China 7 years ago to develop the portable office. And the LAPSCREEN is the first product what I will bring out now as one part of the portable office.
So it's lapscreen.com, right?
Yes, lapscreen.com is the
and
company.
on LAPSCREEN, those are a bunch of LAPSCREENs you have connected right here with all kinds of different usage cases.
Yes. Here, for example, you see it with an old MacBook, two LAPSCREENs connected by mini DP, normal HDMI, and here with the adapter and normal HDMI cable, and here with the cable where the adapter included. So it's connected with the MacBook, and here's the vertical version. It's connected just by HDMI, and then it's also possible to connect the fourth LAPSCREEN by Wi-Fi. So it means the old MacBook can connect 4 LAPSCREENs, and here we have already the new MacBook with the Type-C. It's connected with 4 different LAPSCREENs just by Type-C, on, off, one Type-C. And the Type-C drives the power and the data, and you have a huge workstation. And here I show the specialty that I think LAPSCREEN, we will work with LAPSCREEN like this paper. Yes?
So like the LAPSCREEN has an HDMI input, and there's 2 ways to get it in. You can also get it through the
Yes.
There's Type-C, 2 Type-C, and,
yes.
and 1 HDMI?
Yes, we can say the HDMI is the support for all old devices. They have also VGA, DP, and DVI, and so all this old is supported by adapters with HDMI.
Any HDMI source?
Any HDMI source, and yeah, any other source. Any other screen, any game console, and so what gives the signal can work with the LAPSCREEN by adapter.
You just played yesterday with a friend on a NES, or what? Crazy.
On a NAS?
Nintendo.
Yeah. Ah, on a NES.
Nintendo, yes. So, and yes, works very well. He was very excited. And in the future, we will have only Type-C, and so we combine in this LAPSCREEN the past with HDMI and the future with Type-C.
So which one is a Type-C display input?
Yes,
this
here,
or this one?
Here is a special one. You see, here's also the power support for the MacBook. Here I can take, and it's no problem. The power comes now just from the MacBook. So.
And if you connect, then it's power delivery.
Yes, and if I connect this, I don't need to, because I block now any Type-C connector from the MacBook, and so I cannot charge it. And to give power, I just need to connect one LAPSCREEN with power, one, and then this powers all the whole system. You see the MacBook is charging now.
And you could also connect through here. It would be fun. It would do exactly the same.
No problem. We can do it here. So
that's kind of like magic of USB Type-C, right? To be able to just
charging too.
manage all the power delivery. What's the does it get the full power that the MacBook needs?
Yeah.
Like the full power delivery? Is it 45 watt or how much is it? It can go all the way through.
We have the totally specification. We find out now.
Yeah.
It's too new. So
It can load up to 60 watts.
60 watts.
Yeah.
So it just
So
goes
right.
goes through
Yeah, it's
through and
the
charges.
microchip architecture.
That's so cool.
So and you see it's any lap screen I have not configured it now for this work situation. So what I do now is
So you have to choose which one is screen 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Mm.
And
Four
really
screens
imagine,
and one
Nicolas,
MacBook?
It's right, and the weight is, when you use it as a no-touch version, it's just 200 grams. So with below 1 kilogram, you get 4 screens at full HD resolution with a 12.5 inch. So you can make your perfect portable office and move wherever you want.
You say this is less than 250?
Yeah, the no-touch version is less than 250. The touch version with the on-cell technology is a little bit more weight.
Like
But the
50
idea
grams
is-
more or something?
Yeah, the idea is that it's really total lightweight. Yeah.
This is your idea that you want the lap screen to be so thin, right? So when did you start with this idea?
Yes, 2011 I came to China to develop the first lap screen, and this was the first lap screen. It was more than 1 kilogram, and you see it's almost 3 centimeter on the thickest part, and it was a good product. So it was a good combination.
What's the size of the
together.
screen?
It's a 15.6.
15.6,
yes.
but did you use what kind of inputs?
Yes, here also DVI and VGA and HDMI. Was very good, but I was too fast with my idea, because the second step after I developed this, I developed the name LAPSCREEN, and short after I developed the name, I found out, together with the keyboard and the mobile phone, the LAPSCREEN will replace the laptops. Because if you see the laptop, the mobile phone is computer, laptop computer, trackpad, keyboard, screen. So you have a complete laptop when you combine the mobile phone with the keyboard and with the lap screen. And then I thought, if I have this heavy lap screen, I can nobody say, please leave your laptop for 1 kilogram lap screen. The people will not accept. And this makes me so so strange that I say I want to have a lap screen what is much more light, and I developed 7 different generations. This is, for example, one generation what I showed on the CeBIT 2 years ago. It was already on the way to become so thin, but I always hate this.
The little box.
This 6.
What's
yes.
inside here?
It's also the electronic. It's the same. You see the development.
Like a monitor board.
The development from this board to this board is already a huge development after 5 years. But yes, the goal was to make it flat. And I had a vision that 3 years ago I found out already that all components are possible to develop less than 6 millimeter. And then I decided 2016, I already made a dummy like this, and I told I will go on the market with the lap screen when it has this dimension. And now it has this dimension.
Like a
If you
piece of
see
cardboard.
it. Yes.
Exactly.
So, and yes, and this idea, why I say today it will also be the paper of the future is, we must follow the nature. The nature gave us one brain and a lot of stupid devices, and we cannot manage all what we do with our brain when we not have enough hands, for example. And so how often we want to have 5 or 6 hands because we have so many ideas but not enough hands. The same is with our screens. We work on one screen, but we have a lot of smart devices, and we cannot manage all the information we create every day. And so I think it's much more smart when we listen to nature and say, okay, one brain and a lot of stupid devices. And one solution is to have, for example, a lot of screens. Yes, this, for example, is a 6K screen. Yes, this I showed already 2016, and this is the goal what I want to reach with little screens, and why I say it will replace the paper, because the only one reason why we print so much now is that we create so many information what we cannot manage, and we always flee in the paper. But if we have a monitor system what is like paper, then we can avoid to print. This is what the people never was thinking about. They think about how to create information, but they don't think about how to understand the information. information what they create. We are very fast to create information, but very slow to understand all what we create.
So this will be a portable way to have 6 screens.
Yes, for example,
2019, I would say.
Yes, the 6K monitor will be less than 2 kilogram, and it will become normal. You will have, it will be totally normal that you have a system like this, and you work. Mac doesn't support the touch function, but imagine you have a touch function. One smart device. I promise you, mobile phones will start next year already to support 2 screens, 3 screens, 4 screens, which will be same competition like about the incoming pixel. Before the mobile companies, they made a competition about the camera. I call it the incoming megapixel. So before the iPhone start with 2 megapixel, the lap screen start with 2 megapixel. The iPhone, the competitors, they say we have 4 megapixels, 6 and 8, and so this was the way. And soon the smartphones will make a big competition about the outgoing megapixel. 2 megapixel, like 1 lap screen, 4, like 2 lap screens, 6, like 3 lap screens, and so on. And the future will be that we have one smartphone and a lot of lap screens, and we just work
like this. You dug in your phone, yeah. Phew,
yes,
4.
Yes, but also this, always the people ask me, where's the stand? And I don't care about stand, but you see, of course, it is possible to have a lot of stands.
Stands like this is pretty nice.
So a lot of boring things, you can buy it everywhere, but everybody is asking me for the stand. It's a little provocation that I say, you don't need a stand. Think about paper. You lay it on the, and if you sit so, you can work very well. You have 5, 6 lap screens, and the good thing is nobody can watch you. If you sit on the table, you have really your privacy. Nobody think about it. You have your mobile phone, you can work really very private, not loud now like today when you have your screens all in this position, everybody can watch it.
And there's some other configurations you think about to have many displays that can open in different ways?
We will change the understanding for software too, because the software developers, they will not anymore stick it on 1 or 2 screens and the normal format. They will say, hey, this software, we want to show data. They have a very long table, and we never could make this table in this dimension what we want. But if you have 6 lap screens, vertical, for example, you can show all your data vertical, and maybe you have the special software, you say it's designed especially for lap screens, 6 vertical lap screens, 1 horizontal, for example.
You can just hang it on the wall and then do your Facebook, right? Yes. All the way down.
Yes, you see.
Because then you can be like, oh yeah,
yes,
like.
Yes.
Okay, next page.
It's the first time that you have overview about all your data and all your life. So this is the idea of a combination.
When people talk about social media streams, this is the ultimate way to look at the stream.
Yes, it will change a lot.
Let me go a little bit back to Earth. That's the future, and Michél is living perfectly in the future. But what is now out, I think, is a perfect combination, and that's the start of the future. That you combine, for example, a Huawei P20 with a lap screen, and you have exactly what he said. You have your working device. You don't need the laptop anymore. You can work from where you are with just your phone and a 200-gram light weight.
And then you use keyboard and mouse with Bluetooth?
And that's what I wanted to say. I didn't want to interrupt you. This was also done by faytech, and I think this development shows very well manufactured by faytech, invented by Michél. Also the development of faytech in our cooperation. And this product is now in production. So this I took yesterday out of production. It started sales through our normal faytech distribution ways. And for sure, Michél creates a future with his web page, where he builds up an own community, where he wants, what he just said, change the way of communication and working with data.
Why is 12.5 inch the best size? That's like an A4?
Very good question, because yes, A4 US letter. We have it is length like long like US letter, and wide like A4 paper. It means if you put it together with your paper, the screen will not go out of your folder. So you can mix it with your paper, and it's very convenient to carry and to combine it with your normal paper. I call it the digital paper, and the other is analog paper. So this was very important for me.
All the documents for universities and people that work, lawyers, all that stuff, it's all A4 PDF, right?
Yes.
So you want to just read it in the native size.
So you could even put it away with and put it into, I don't know in English, into a organizer.
Yeah. Nice.
That's a typical standard.
And that's your
protection
case
already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And what is very important, the people also like the same question like with the stand. Where's the stand? They ask also for the case. And I think it is not good to give every lap screen a case what protects the lap screen very well. I think it's very good if the lap screen has, it's like this without a big case. I know it's a little fragile, yes. So you must be careful. You can easy broken. This the people must know. But it's the same with the paper. If you have a piece of paper, what is important for you is also easy broken, and you never will put it in your backpack. So what happens, we make lap screens easy to combine because very light, and then you can have a case for your special devices what you have. If you want to have 3 lap screens, you have a bigger case. If you want to have only one, you have a small case. So we want to make the case flexible, but you have one case for your whole system. This is very important. I don't like that a lot of products are covered with a big case, and if you need a product several times of the same product, then you have a lot of cases for several functions. So.
What do you have here in the back here?
Yes, this is the Wi-Fi dongle.
It's like Miracast, or?
Yes, also one question is often where's the battery and where's the Wi-Fi. I think it's not good to include the Wi-Fi in the screen because the screen should be blank like a paper, and all other function can be outside, and we can edit when we need it, and also the development of the Wi-Fi will be very fast, the same as with the battery. Battery become old, new generation. It is very good if this is external and we can combine it.
This one has the micro HDMI?
Yes.
Mini HDMI?
Here's mini HDMI. We have 2 versions. One what the faytech started now on the market, and this was a version what we developed first, and we keep it also. It's with mini HDMI and Type C, and the second Type C here. Here all connections on one side.
So the main one is going to be full-size HDMI?
Yeah, for sure, because that's the most used standard. We discussed it. But we feel like we go with as standardized as possible, and that's for sure by now HDMI and USB-C.
Nice. And so that's, for example, the one over here that has a little slot that comes in. Yeah. And if we can look without the, maybe we can look around. Yeah, sorry. So there you have, which is a Type-C that takes the display in? Is it only one of the two, or both can do that?
Now it's only this one. It's working with data, what's on this side. This is just to support the power. The
so power delivery.
Here can also come the power if you work.
Need to load the battery of the mobile, for example, or like what you said, of the Apple even, of the MacBook.
So if you just connect the mobile only, right now it's getting the power from the mobile phone?
Yes, now it is just from the mobile phone. So it's also the people often say, oh, Wi-Fi is better, and so. And I say, if you work in an office, in a Starbucks, wherever you work, it's good to combine it. Have the power from the normal power plug, charge your mobile phone while you work with the lap screen. The lap screen always should charge your smart device. Then you can easy use your smart device when you leave this work situation, because it's always full of power. Very often the people forget to charge it, and so I like the situation that we have use a cable and charge all devices at the same time. So you can also
use a power bank like a Type-C and get some power, but how much power does this one use? How long?
Not much. It's around 3.5 watt. So you can, with the actual mobiles, it runs for hours without that you turn it on.
That's kind of amazing. You can just power your screen off the mobile phone. But you can also add a power bank to here, and then you charge both the mobile, and you have this running off the power bank, and any size power bank you want. But you need like a 18-watt power bank to do all this, or just something?
Normal power bank.
Like a 10-watt, that's called, right? 2A, 5V or something?
You can use any power bank, but it's a bigger, it's longer work time.
Yeah.
So that's
right.
You must, yes, as more power the power bank has, as longer you can work.
So can I buy this right now? So how much, where can people, where are you selling this?
Now faytech will special active for this product and sell it as a no-touch version around $200 and as a touch version as around $300. And we made a special campaign in the beginning for $100, but this is left. You missed it already.
Oh.
And then yes.
Sold out?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So where the customers? All over?
Seriously, I want to jump in. It's, I mean, you can say it, but from business, we are really excited. That's a product, you know it. I do now for more than 8 years touch devices in China, but this is a product everybody freaks out. I've never ever in this 8 years being in business received such a positive resonance on a product like on the LAPSCREEN. We are seriously all blown away. So we are now preparing that we can produce next year, yeah, hopefully millions of devices.
You have the capacity in your factory?
We just opened a second production line in Sweden. So yes, whatever is sold, we are looking forward to produce.
In Sweden, it sounds like Sweden. No, no, it's somewhere in Shenzhen?
Sichuan province, far 2,000 kilometers away.
Another city.
Yeah.
All right, so so you're busy.
We will invite you next year to come there
faytech, right?
when the LAPSCREEN production started.
But you still have your headquarters in Shenzhen, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's really cool. So and still your slogan is like German quality at Chinese price. Oh, I'm joking. No, no.
I mean that's what we try to combine best, and that's exactly also what we try at the LAPSCREEN. That you get a good device, an intelligent device, intelligent in that way that it's totally reduced to the basics, and that's really, I think, Michel's strength, that he total with his creativity focused to destroy everything which is not needed and cut it away. To be frank, I would have never had the courage to design such a device. It needed Michél to do this and his inspiration.
Long work. And I saw something recently. I saw that Smartisan is doing Type-C, they call it TNT, that has a perfect UI for touch. Maybe that's a perfect phone for you also. Because there's support for, you have Huawei, you have Samsung DeX, right? All the Samsung S8, S9.
The Samsung, the Huawei P20 is really very special. It is already this what we imagine for the future. And a lot of mobile phones have Type-C. But they doesn't support the LAPSCREEN because they only transfer data, but they have not the high-speed data for what is necessary to drive a LAPSCREEN. So, but
the Samsung was supported, right?
Samsung Galaxy S8, yes,
S8,
but not
S9?
other. For example, the Huawei P10 doesn't support.
Yeah.
It's really I know now from more than 20 good smartphones I tested, only 3 smartphones passed.
So that
wherever you go, Nicolas, you should now tell the people you have to see for that you support the LAPSCREEN, and that's I think Michel's goal, that next year Apple will not just offer the clone modus. So when you now connect an Apple iPhone, you can just use the HDMI, so the lightning adapter to HDMI to show the clone modus. I work with this Chinese.
Type-C,
but exactly, they should support a real connection like Huawei. And when we make Apple starting this, then you know that LAPSCREEN changed the world. That's what Michél
Apple is the one that pushed Type-C on the MacBook first, right? So they should also, now they have it on the iPad. And just about to be, it should be on the iPhone. What's it called, the next one? 12 or something. Yeah.
Just the iPad is nothing other than a mobile phone with a LAPSCREEN. So the LAPSCREEN will replace the laptops and all the pads. It makes no sense. We only use it because we want to have a big screen. The most things the people do already with a mobile phone. And the only one reason why they use the pad is they want to have a big screen. If they add the LAPSCREEN, they have the big screen. So, and if you lose a LAPSCREEN, you don't lose data. But if you have 2 devices, they have data, and you lose one iPad, you always need to care for your iPad. Oh, my expensive iPad. If you lose a LAPSCREEN, it's just like a piece of paper. It's okay. It's very, very important for the security.
Yes. Just a sidekick. Just a sidekick.
Is there insurance? Like DJI, you can crash the drone once.
You can check with your insurance company.
Okay.
Yes.
So, and this is what I mean. This is why I call it also the third evolution of mobile computing. Yes, because the laptop 9081, developed by Adam Osborne, made it possible to work with the computer everywhere. Yes, it was a computer what you could put in a backpack. Steve Jobs 2007 made a smartphone so great that everybody want to have a smartphone, and you can put your computer already in your pocket. But the people didn't realize it till now. The best computer is a smartphone already. And if they want to have a keyboard and the big screen, then they buy a laptop. But they don't realize that they just want to have a screen and the keyboard. And if they realize it, then they will forget to buy any smart device what is only just a big screen. So you can focus in your second monitor, and I think LAPSCREEN will be also the general name for any portable screen, like before Sony Walkman, everybody called it Walkman, later as a CD player, and so I think it's a good name for a new category of product. It's not just a new product, it opens a totally new understanding of the new category of products.
What I think is that all these smartphones, the latest ARM processors are so powerful, you cannot use a small screen to do everything that's potential of the CPU. You need a bigger screen. That's the only way you can use the CPU.
I told you.
So it's a perfect match.
Yes. We create so many information, but we cannot have no overview. And for overview, it is important to raise really the possibility to see what you do.
So the faster the ARM processors, the more LAPSCREENs people should use, because you need more and more to use all the CPU.
All will come together. It's the right timing now. It's a perfect time.
Cool. All right. So thanks a lot for this demo, and looking forward to next time when you do the video, you can tell me how many millions have been sold, okay? All right.
Okay, will do. Thanks.